Hello everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and I am going to show some bad sewing on a book page. Now, bad sewing on the book page can actually be fun and useful. This is gold bobbin thread. This is a lot of the white top thread with the gold bobbin thread being pulled through. I use different stitches, everything ranging from close zigzag stitch to farther away zigzag stitch, like longer spaces between when it turns the zig and the zag. So I was just playing with this and I thought, it would be fun. I sat down with my sewing machine. I decided to make friends with it as opposed to calling it every name under the sun. And it decided to work with me because I figured it's user error. User error. Okay, so I figured if I could figure out what it was, then I might have a chance at having some fun with my beloved sewing machine again. And lo and behold, it was user error. So I'm trying to find my book. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so I just grabbed a random book page, which I shall do now, from an old Philosophy of Antoninus. Yeah, riveting stuff, I tell you. But I thought I'd have fun with just doing some fun things on this. So now last time I just sewed it because I just wanted to see what that would look like. And I can fold that up, I can tear that up, I can cut it up, I can use it as a mini masterboard. Like I can use this for anything I want. I can make an envelope out of it, I can ink it, I can rubber stamp it, I can do a lot of fun things. But this time, since I have this here at my foot, I'm going to sew on some material onto this page. I have this strip of, it's like a polyester, and I could glue it down, but I'm going to sew it because I want the pretty sewing, and I'm not going to use glue because I don't want to over glue my machine because I'm not very good avoiding glue. I just tend to use glue. Okay, here, just sew. So now I am now sewing this onto this page. This will forevermore be on this page. Okay, now, could you see that? No, maybe not really. Okay, so I sewed that on there. Let me just cut this off. We can always trim it later, do other fun things. But let's lift the needle up, bring it out, and just see what we got. Okay, so now I have this sewn onto this page. Okay, and on the back, it's gold. That's gold thread. Okay, so she said sew several times. Now I'm going to make sure my threads are long enough because when they get pulled back into the machine, that's not fun either. So we can just pull a little more thread. Give yourself a nice long tail. And I'm going to do this again. Maybe I want to do it with different colors. There's that color. There's this lighter color I have here. Maybe I'm going to put this one down. Maybe I can cut the piece off first because that would be, you can't see any of that. Maybe I'm going to cut this piece off first because that would be utter brilliance. Okay, minimizing my difficulty when it comes to the end. Okay, always make it pretty at the very end. And now I'm just going to lay that down there. And maybe I'm going to sew where they join or sew down the middle. Maybe just sew down the middle. Because I like the rough edge look. So I'm going to go leave the rough edge look. My foot is on the pedal. I'm on the zigzag stitch, holding the threadies. And here we go. They're pretty far apart, so it's pretty easy. I know, I'm always leery to say that. Pretty easy for this machine to handle. Whoop, can't see that. Okay. So it came out of there. And really happy to have my sewing machine be my friend again. So I have that. I can cut off all these extra stringies at the end. And I think I have some more colors here. Oh, and I do. And you can use any strips of anything that you have. Maybe the pink might be pretty, or the blue might be pretty. We'll try the blue. And just, whoop, can't see that. Okay. Okay. Just laying out a stretch of this little blue polyester roll. Tied up in my own strings here. Okay. I'm going to put that down like that. And I'm just going to cut a piece off. Get a little piece. Now I'm going to sew that on there. No glue needed. Now this, I think this would make a really pretty envelope, honestly. A little bit of a tactile feel to it. Okay, I'm going to turn you so you can see. There's me sewing. Okay, I'm coming in. My needle is down, so I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to get the needle on here. Hold my little threadies to the side. And now I'm going to go forth and put my foot down and zigzag stitch all the way down. It's a pretty fast process because it's on a long stitch. Okay, oop, let me get the other one. Okay, so it's a long stitch, thumbnail. And so there is some gold thread on the back, you can see. So I think that's actually really pretty. I mean, that would turn into be a really pretty little envelope. I think it's just cute. So you can just do like collage with sewing, which is very fun. Maybe I want to go around and maybe I'll just turn it into an envelope right now. Oh, tilt that down. Okay, I'm just going to trim this across the top. Take off the little excess. I'm going to go around. I'm just goofing around. I hope you're having fun. This is kind of like just a come what may craft with me project. I'm going to fold this up. My little envelope to be that deep. And I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to sew across here. Oh, I'm going to turn that so you can see me. Wizard-like sewing effect here. And I'm going to grab that little white thread, make sure it's long enough. Okay, gold thread underneath white, and I've got the zigzag, and we're going. Okay, I'm going to follow the edge of the machine, the top of the page. Okay, come off, pull it long, cut the tails. Now I have the top sealed. Okay, actually I think I'm going to make it a little taller. Yeah, a little taller of an envelope. But now I'm going to go around and, okay, I need to trim all this off. This mayhem going on here. Oh, can't see that. That's all right. I'm going to reposition it. There we go. I'm trimming off the mayhem. Mayhem is being dealt with. Oh, maybe my scissors are getting dull. These are not officially. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew down. This is going to adhere this envelope together. Down. I could go down the bottom, down, and across. Okay, let's try that. Now where do I want? I want the gold to be on the back, so that means it has to be underneath, but it won't because it's here. So we'll just roll with that. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be. It's going to be on the underside of this, for sure. I know that. Okay, got that going. Okay, now I'm going to turn it. Coming down this side, going slow. At least if I get it half on, half off, that's good too. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, I heard you. All right, one more. And then we turn, and we go across the bottom. I know it looks hard, but it's not, because I'm making it look worse than it is. But it's really pretty easy. If I can do it, that means anybody can, trust me. And you don't have to have the sewing gene, you just have to have the will to do it, to go forth. And okay, all right, okay, so there we go. Oops, I sewed that. All right, I'm going to unsew that. There we go. And I think I'm gonna have to come across and sew that down again because I bumbledy-booed it. Alright, and I'm redoing making it better. The only way I know how is doing that. Okay, now I'm going to do that. Oh, now it looks so professional. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so let's get all these little extra threadies out of here. And then a fold down. So now we have this cute little ephemera envelope, which could be tucked into a junk journal. It has some texture. It's really cute. It could house some journal cards or little collectible items, tea cards, little tiny photographs, extra handmade stationery, and things like that. So it could do a lot of things. So maybe we'll make some, because I was showing you some. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Okay, there's stuff everywhere. Somebody needs to, yet again, clean the desk. I think I'm going to make some handmade stationery. Hang on. So I do have some pages from Butterfly Bliss Digikit. These are signature pages, meaning they're designed to be paler so that you can actually write on them or use them as main signature pages in your junk journal. You can print them out on regular copy paper You can put them out on one side or both sides. I think these are one-sided. And I think the colors go nicely with this theme. So I am just going to cut some of these up. Now they're going to have to fit. Okay, and so we're going to at least go there. Okay, let's go there. Whoops, that wasn't straight. Oh, not even close. Okay, now you would line the top, and that would help your straightness. Much better, much better. Okay, so that's the width we want. And now we're going to take this and a ruler. And it's not a very long one, is it? That probably means it's not very sharp, but maybe we don't need a super sharp one just to do this one cut. We'll go just a little inside of the one cut area. Make sure we'll definitely fit. That wasn't very straight, Pam. You could do better than that. Flush against the ruler. Go slow and sturdy. And then you got that. And then we don't want to be taller than this. So now we want to make sure that this is aligned. Okay, so now we're going to have a couple of these. I can actually make longer ones. I could actually do trifold ones. Maybe I won't even cut this. I'll fold that back like that, and I'm going to put mini little, it's going to look like extend pages or envelopes that are not glued, but it's going to be a trifold pretty writing paper for somebody to explore. Make sure I folded that correctly. And there we go. Okay, so now we have two of these, and in my mind, these snugly fit in here as extra writing paper exploration. So you don't always have to have old stuff, old ephemera. You can just make stuff out of anything, and this could be as simple as a piece of paper with a rubber stamp on it. It doesn't have to necessarily be a Digikit or anything like that. So just kind of know that you can have options. And maybe I'll even leave one hanging over too. It'll be easier for them to pull out, I think, if I leave one hanging over. That's kind of cool. All right, and then this, well, no, let's see. That was a grand idea, but does it work in reality? Nobody knows. Maybe they have to be smaller. I'll fold it over a little bit more. That's what we're doing. So it tucks in better. And now for some reason this one is longer on that side. So what do we do? We're going to come along here because of that really poor cutting thing I did. We're going to fix the evil of our ways. And now it's going to look like a pro made it, all sharp. Yep, that same flubber buster in here was in here more. Oh, I didn't. No, I need to go down lower. And then you're going to fit. And then we have this whole hootenanny, whatever that was, on the side. We're going to make them the same width because we're going to look like we knew what we were doing. All right, there we go. Not even close, right? Yeah, so good. And then slowly. Cleanly, clearly close to the ruler, slowly, so we don't cut our fingers off. We like our fingers. There we go. Now they're the same size. This is like an instant bone folder. Okay, now everything should be good. Do the overfold. Everybody fits inside nicely. There's nobody arguing. No arguing going on. Oh, in there. Oh, I see what the problem is. It's you. There we go. Now we're all snug as bugs. And there we go. So now we have something that looks like that. We could put a cool paper clip on here. Maybe a blue one. That might be pretty. And then maybe we'll give it a little tassel top just for fun. Let me see if I can find something. Oh, look, I found something. A little piece of something. Okay. I found something that's blue. I have this and I have something that has multiple colors in it, so maybe we'll use them together. I don't know if I can do this. Let's see. Now you are a piece of sari silk in this gorgeous blue color. I think I might cut you in half. There we go. All right, let's see what we have here. In you go. No arguing. There we go. Do we want you to? Maybe the same length. We should do the same length. Or close to it. Not quite that long. Okay. There we go. Now let's see if we can get you through. Through. All right, now the question, can we tie you in a knot? And if we can't, we have another way. I'm not sure I can. I don't know if they're long enough, so here's a little trick. If they're not long enough, you grab your handy dandy, ever so helpful. Not that. Where is it? Here it is. Tim's Tiny Attacher. It's a tiny stapler, and you can just come in here and staple that. Yeah. And there you go. All done. And then you got that. And it's nice and flat. There's no bump in your book. And you can put something there if you want to hide the staple. If you're like, oh, I don't know the staple. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I like it. Well, you can grab, like, because you have this sitting right here. Maybe you want to do a little wraparound tie ski thingy. 1, 2. Okay, that's good. We're just enough to hide the staple. There we go. We're hiding, and then we're tying a little knot ski. Which, okay, and then left over right, right over left. I think I did that right. If you didn't, just throw in another one to be sure of the opposite way you thought the last one was. There we go. And now we have this little guy. Very cute, right? Okay, so there you go, folks. Let me find snuffers. Hold on.